and veteran Calypso artist Shireen Flax Charles is urging residents to come out in full force and support the 60th festival celebrations. In an exclusive interview with JTV News, Queen Shireen shared her memories of Calypso and her involvement in festivals over the past decades. Shireen's introduction to the Calypso arena traces back to listening to performances by legendary Caribbean Calypsonians on the radio and the days of musical genius Nick Daddy Friday.
For many years, my parents owned Fisher's Cove. It was called Andy's by the Sea before, among other names, and we were the big promoters of that era. And every time Short, Arrow, Swallow, you name it, all of the Caribbean greats came to the British Virgin Islands and came to Virgin Gorda in particular. They played at Fisher's Cove or Andy's by the Sea. We even joke, one year we had the jam band come over with Friday, and we were sold out on hotel rooms, and we had to move in with our grandparents so that Friday and the jam band could stay at our house. So, Calypso is in the blood. My mom is from Antigua, and we would stay up night after night during Antigua Carnival listening to the Calypso competition. So it's in the blood, and of course, we've had the famous Caribbean Ecstasy Band based out of Virgin Gorda. And they've made their mark as it relates to Calypso and soca in the region.
Queen Shireen was crowned the BVI's first Calypso Queen in 2002, and she won the BVI Calypso Monarch crown again in 2006. She was awarded first runner-up in the 2013 and 2007 BVI Calypso Monarch competitions. Shireen also won the Virgin Gorda Calypso Monarch in 2003, 2004, 2006, and 2007, and placed first runner-up in the Virgin Gorda Calypso Monarch of 2001 and second runner-up in 2002. The veteran artist says her efforts are now focused on preserving the Calypso art form in the BVI.
I went to high school in St. Croix, and I sang in the choirs within the high school, did a lot of music. And really my background is more jazz and blues. I went to UVI in St. Thomas, and I did a lot of voice training there. And I went on to, play in a number of bands, and we were doing mostly jazz. And one year in the summer, the keyboard player decided, let's try a Calypso, because, it's slow at that time, and the tourist season is slow at that time. And we were kind of bored, and we said, let's try one or two Calypsos. And everybody knows that I'm a very vocal person in the community, and we felt that it'll be a good idea to, lend a voice to the issues and concerns of the community. And, that's where it started. My first song was a song called The Value of a Woman that dealt with domestic violence. And it went off very well. I did not win that competition. I came first run-up. But, for me, winning is not everything. I think for me now, where Calypso is concerned, a lot of it has to do with getting the message out there and preserving the art form, keep it going. I did some very controversial songs that wouldn't be played on certain radio stations. You're Falling Asleep, Uncle, I did. That was a major, major hit. As a matter of fact, some people heard it recently and thought it was a brand new song. So I've been singing for about 16 years in the Calypso arena.
Shireen is also a former Miss Virgin Gorda Easter Festival. She was crowned Miss Virgin Gorda in 1982 and represented the Virgin Islands at the 1986 Miss Universe pageant in Panama. Queen Shireen urged everyone to support the Calypso competition at the Iris Freeman Festival to be held on Wednesday, July 30th.
Asking all of the BVI landers to come out in full force. We're a cultural mix of persons from throughout the Caribbean and other areas around the world, but we need to support our festival. Without us, I am sure that there will be no festival. I would also like to encourage everyone to come out on Wednesday the 30th to the Calypso Monarch competition. It's going to be fantastic. There are quite a few nice songs that I've heard so far. Mighty Mako, he has a song that absolutely has me in stitches. And I know that it's going to be great. And he's such a good example of a Calypsonian that really uplifts and promotes the art form here in the British Virgin Islands. And I just wanted to give him some props on that. And, you know, I have two beautiful songs, Wall Calypso. And I really wanted to do that song to incorporate the whole history of where Calypso came from and some of the great names of the big band era and the jazz and blues era that tried their hand in Calypso. And of course, equal status for the 60th. You know, that's a touchy subject in the British Virgin Islands where local artists sometimes are slighted. And we just want to let everyone know that we too, as artists based in the BVI, because sometimes I don't like to use the word local artists, but artists based in the BVI should be given the same recognition. We've come a long way. The performances are getting better, and they're going to get even better for the 60th. So give us that equal status as you're giving the foreign artists that are coming in. And mind you, I must say this, I have no problem at all with us bringing foreign artists in for any of our festivals. That is a way for us to learn, watch their performances, interact with them, have conversations with them as it relates to the craft of soca or calypso. And it can only make us get better.
The local Calypso competition is one of the events not to be missed this year. On Wednesday, July 30th, the reigning Queen of Calypso, Sister Joyce, will defend her crown against Queen Shireen, Luther B, Mighty Lele, King Henry, Princess Didi, King Pedo, King Mako, Falco, and Ojinga. Guest artists Mighty Rocky with special guests Land Crab, and coming out from retirement for the 60th BVI's own Lord Strawn. Keep watching JTV for a sneak peek of the performances to come on Wednesday night.